Hello and welcome to Faithful to Destination X, where we are discussing, obviously, Destination X, Series 1, Episode 5. You are joined by moi, Monsieur Ben.
How Italian of you.
Grazie.
Very good. Hello, I am Alex. Hope you're all well. Hope everything's going well for you all. It's not going very well for the people on the bus, is it?
Do you think the people listening or watching who don't actually watch Destination X have picked up on our subtle clues about what country we are in?
What, throughout the whole time we've ever been doing a podcast?
No, as in right now. No, my monsieur. You said how Italian.
Oh, you're talking about the show?
Yes.
Oh, I see. What do you mean, like,
I'm
where
doing
they
a Rob
are?
Brydon. No, as in the people who aren't watching the show may have picked up on our introduction there that the contestants this week
Yeah, so not us.
were in Italy. Well, we don't know they're in Italy.
We don't know they're in Italy yet.
That's true.
There's Croatia being thrown around. All kinds of different places and locations. I swear there was a third one as well that someone came up with at some point.
Claire had a few going through her head.
Well, Judith, unbeknown to her, kind of misdirected a lot of people thinking she was right about bits and pieces. But I'm really confused by you saying, do you think they know where we are? You mean we, as in, are you including yourself as the people who are on the show?
I'm talking
Are you putting yourself on the same layer now as the contestants on
I'm
Destination
Rob Brydon.
X? Right.
The listeners.
Rob Brydon thought he was in Wales. Twice, in fact.
Yes. The well-known village of fear.
I didn't know that. That was quite a good bit of information, actually. I quite like
Thank
that.
you.
That's okay, Rob. Thanks for sharing. Robert.
Now, what I was getting at is that our introduction where I won. Did you spot the clues? I spoke Italian. You said, how Italian? And I thought maybe the listeners have picked up on that.
We're not doing clues on our show.
Well, maybe I was then. That second.
Well,
that
you
10
need
seconds.
you need to get me into the loop, because otherwise I just think you're having another stroke and something's happening.
I'm having an Ashvin.
You're having an Ashvin, exactly. You're doing an Ashvin.
You look it up in the
talking
dictionary.
Nonsense.
There's a picture of Ashvin. I felt
To misdirect and lose a game on the very first round again.
when they asked the question, what's Ashvin's favourite sport? When we were watching it together on the sofa, and I said cricket, and I thought I shouldn't have said that. That sounds really stereotypical and terrible of me. Why did I just say that? And then what is his favourite sport?
Cricket,
because he's Indian. And
he said,
yeah, I
I'm
thought,
Indian.
okay, thanks, Ashvin. I feel slightly better about myself now.
That's fair.
I thought that was a terrible thing for me to think and say out loud between us. But it's okay.
It's not between us now, is it?
I share everything.
Your misappropriation has now been brought put out into the world.
I feel okay because Ashvin said it was okay for me to say it.
Ashvin has set your mind at rest. If anyone's got a complaint to make about the start of this nonsense, but also on just talking nonsense, please go to our Linktree, linktr.ee/faithful2, and that's got all the links to all the social medias you can find us on. And if you like listening to the show or watching the show on Spotify, YouTube, or any of your favorite podcast apps, you can help us raise money to make the show even better than this. Can you imagine this peak that we're at right now? buymeacoffee.com/faithful, coff.ee/faithful. You can find us on there
to support us. Jess commented on our YouTube video and said this show is clunky and needs refinement. The question is, are you talking about the podcast?
Again, are you talking about us or are you talking about the
or Destination X? We just pick up on the vibes of the show that we're covering at the time. So maybe
the reason we have no direction is because Destination X has
where
no
the
direction,
X am I?
which is ironic considering the show's actual premise.
But I am still enjoying it. However, I am annoyed and tired of this OG Alliance quote. Darren is going to get screwed over, I think.
Well,
he's
we saw
too
that.
trusting.
We did see that in this episode as well. We'll be talking about how Nick has decided that he is going full solo now, full Han Solo, old Nick. Him and
Nasty Nick is what we dubbed him on episode 1.
I know. Him and Judith have kind of split from the group a little bit. Judith has built her own new alliance with the non-OGs, let's just call them, which is
Claire and Ashvin.
Ashvin and Claire. And Nick has just kept close to the OGs, but at the same time using them. I think he's trying to play them against one another, but not really doing very well at it.
He's been to every country, do you know?
I didn't know that. He's not mentioned it once. And he did also drop, he's a it's not motivational speaker anymore, is it? It's
corporate
speaker.
Well, I am a corporate speaker, so
Not motivational speaker anymore. That's you can't call him that. That's
I've been to many
basic.
events where I've picked up a wine glass off a tray but never held one.
No, I'm not a server.
But even though
I'm a taker.
Even though I've never held one, I can still hold one tiled up 2 tiers.
He did all right. He did, to be fair.
Of course he did. He's Nick.
He's Nick. His arms are...
He did very well.
He got like a mechanic, like Go-Go Gadget arm, and he just stood there like that,
His
shaking.
bicep just popped straight away, and that was that.
I love the way Saskia's disrespect to Nick is like consistent. Like every time, like when the game they were playing and she found out she was teamed up with Nick, I was like, oh, hi, Nick. And on the bus, she's constantly like putting him down. Like it's a constant
Where's the sun today?
put down. Yeah, where's the sun today, Nick? Is that the sea, Nick? What's that tree called, Nick?
What
It's like,
concrete type are we driving on now,
Yeah,
Nick? Are
come
you
on,
listening
Nick.
to the tyres, how they move on the...
Is the tyre pressure too low, Nick? I do
Did you
love
clog up the
Saskia's-
toilet again, Nick?
Yeah. Is that your toilet poo down the toilet? I love Saskia's constant put down of Nick. And I do. There's a small part of me that kind of feels a bit sorry for Nick. But there's also a small part of me that makes me think that Saskia's got a little crush on Nick. And that the reason she's doing it is like a school bully
A little
on the
crush.
playground. Like the pulling the pigtails. That's what Saskia's doing. She's metaphorically pulling Nick's pigtails
Well.
because Saskia, although hates him, also loves him. When he's getting ready to go to bed,
Well, it's Nick. You can't blame her.
Well, exactly. He takes off his top, and you just see the rippling muscles down his back because he's a little
Yeah.
bit shy. He doesn't want to show his nipples.
He has an 8-pack. Not a 6-pack.
What, on
an
his back?
8-pack.
He's got it
And
on
his
his
front.
back.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Nick!
He's that muscly and perfect.
He's that muscly. He's got an 8-pack on his back, and Saskia's just watching from afar, and a little bead of sweat goes down her forehead.
You could have one too if you go to one of his talks.
His motivational speak. Sorry,
You could have an 8-pack on your back
I
and
wonder
your
what
front.
Nick talks about.
Countries.
Yeah, but he must be running related, mustn't it? Like he must tell stories where it's like
He probably relates his endurance and brilliant brain of being able to push through to running every single country to you can also do that in your line of work and believe in yourself and you can make it to the top. of
let's
this
put it up the
business.
flagpole and pin it for now and all that crap.
Pin it for now.
Oh, they're
We'll
corporate.
put a pin in that for now.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that for now, Nick.
We'll circle back.
But I've been to a motivation. I'm not voluntarily. I had to do it for my job years ago. We had a motivational speaker, and all they kept
Did it
going
change you?
No, I walked out halfway through. I said I'm just going to the toilet and walked out. And I just hate that stuff. I hate being told to be positive. You know what I mean? It's like those. I just let me live my life.
I've got no time for that in my life. Positivity.
But all I remember is this person. All we kept saying, his whole like theme was: imagine it was your grandma. Imagine you're in the street and someone shouts at you. Imagine that was your grandma. Imagine you fall into the ocean. Imagine that's your grandma. It's like, what do you mean? Imagine it's my grandma. My grandma's dead. What do you
She
want
fell
me
in
to
the
do?
ocean, so I'm not surprised.
But was it find a coffin and just throw it into the ocean? Maybe it's telling me to spread the ashes.
Did he remind you of Nick, the man, the speaker? Was he Nick coded?
No, he reminds me of, remember there was that meme that was out years ago of like those Tories and they all kept standing with their legs like that.
Oh, the power pose.
The power pose. That's all he did. He kept walking from one end of the stage to the other and stand in the power pose.
I have to watch see if Nick does a power pose, actually. Does he stand with his legs apart? Bet he does.
Nick is just one big power pose. By the way, anyone listening or watching who wants to know what our destination unknown is, keep listening. We'll tell you at the end.
I don't think we've forgotten that.
Oh, we haven't forgotten that.
we
don't you
haven't
worry.
got our...
Destination unknown.
But before that, we have a comment on our YouTube... not YouTube, Spotify.
Ooh, which
This
you can
could
watch
be,
or listen to this podcast
Not
on.
Where the X Are You, Rob Brydon. It's Who the X Are You? Because someone titled Saskia has said... You guys are hilarious. Love hearing your reviews, brackets, even the good and the bad. Lol, X.
X.
Destination X.
Destination
or
X.
Kiss X. Who knows? The clues are there if you want to see them. And Olivia replied saying, wait, is this actually you, Saskia? The Saskia? If it is you, then I love you on the show. Well,
We love her
no
too.
reply. Saskia has no profile picture on her profile.
Unless her face is a big letter S.
Possible.
Could be.
So we don't know
don't
who
judge.
you are, but there is an X at the end of the message, which may be giving away that
I
she
think that's a
is
kiss,
X.
not destination X.
Well, you never know on this show.
Can you imagine if every contestant from now on signs off all their messages to people with X? Just
All
to
this-
remind, don't forget I was on Destination X.
The smallest of clues. Remember
That's
Rob Brydon's
true.
pocket square?
That's true.
with that little bit of yellow on it.
Do you think the contestants of Destination X are now like sending us little subtle clues to let us know that they're actually listening?
Well, if they are, they need to comment and let us know what they have on their Jackie P. brackets.
Yes.
A jacket potato. What's your favourite topping?
We keep
Saskia.
asking you for this.
Saskia from Spotify.
Saskia from Spotify. Darren loves his Jackie P. Not mentioned it this episode,
No,
though, if
he's
you
bored of
notice.
her now.
He's
Forgotten
he's forgotten who
Who's
she is. I've been on this bus 2 weeks. Who's Jackie P? I saw on Darren's social media, we've seen Jackie P, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
She's a gorgeous woman. I don't blame Darren for wanting to talk about her all the time.
Darren's punching.
He is punching.
We have got a Jackie P preference here. So Olivia1234 has said, on my Jackie P, that's a jack potato for all you uncultured people.
No, it's nice. Darren's wife.
Thank you. I like butter, cheese, barbecue pulled pork, and then some coleslaw.
Oh, they're fancy, aren't they?
No.
Do they slow cook? Olivia1234, do you slow cook that pulled pork yourself? Or is it from a tin?
Or is it from one of those vans that are really popular at the moment?
No, she must be. Oh, I can't imagine how much that would be, because that's an elite, that's a Harrods style Jackie P. That's what you would get in a very posh department store, a Selfridges.
For all the people who are hating on Nick, as in, I'm looking at you, Alex, for the past 10 minutes.
I don't hate Nick. I
I didn't say you hate Nick.
Had an 8-pack on his back.
Hating on Nick.
No.
Which we do it with Love Nick, our favourite straight white man. We love you. Right.
Yeah.
We have a comment that says, I actually like Nick. It annoys me when people who enter a game then get accused of being a game player.
Oh, no, that's true.
Like, that's the whole point of playing a game.
It's. I think it's one of those things that
We're British.
we're British, and so we like people to play fair, but at the same time,
Like Darren.
and they've all. I mean, poor Darren
And Judith. Too innocent for this world.
Judith's not playing fair. Judith's just catching up.
No, I feel sorry for Judith because she's been constantly pushed out on her own the whole time. The OGs pushed her out, didn't want her. She's now trying to form her own group with Claire, which is good. That's a good person to have a group with. And what remains, Ashvin.
Ashvin had a better episode. It started
He knew
shaky.
what stuff was.
No
this
pun
episode.
intended.
He knew what a bag was and a belt and
And leather.
fashion, Milan. He knew words.
And then put his ex in Croatia. So
Yeah, but so did Judith and Claire, possibly.
but that's because Judith and Claire and Ashvin all didn't have the extra clues like the other three did, and then they shared with Darren. So the OGs are still sticking to their game plan of sticking together.
I mean,
It's-
the clues and things weren't giving me Italy that much, I must say.
I didn't think the clues were very clear at all.
No, especially not Venice, because it ended up Nick seeing a gondola and then they were like, oh, we're in Venice. It's like, I thought it would be a bit more like
watery.
obvious. Like, do you know what I mean? Obvious like clues on this show. Like they're quite obvious, some of them. It's like, they wasn't giving me Venice, but...
Well, they've kind of
Maybe
gone.
I'm wrong.
They've kind of gone 360 here because they started off really difficult and made no sense when they put them in the Xbox, which they're not allowed to use for copyright reasons. And then they got really easy, and it was like obvious where they were. And then they've gone back to being a bit obscure again. And but then we didn't get the pleasure or the luxury, I should say, of finding out exactly where they were at the end of this episode because it was on a cliffhanger, which I will talk about moments in a moment. But Judith, going back to Judith, circling back around to Judith, I feel
Put
like
a pin in that for the moment.
We'll put a pin in that. We'll put up the flagpole. And Judith,
Corporate talk, everyone.
yeah, thanks, Nick. I feel like she's just catching up, and she's realizing that this is a game where she has to fight for herself, and where she kind of was licking her wounds for the last 4 episodes. On this episode, she's realized that she has to find a way of getting an in. And so Claire and Ashvin is her in. But it's just unfortunate.
sense.
It's just unfortunate. Like Claire and Ashvin are like really dependent on Judith. And for the first time, I feel like, is it the first time though? Because Judith has had some wild theories in the past. A lot of them kept saying that Judith is like the second best. I love that as well. The second best player on the map.
Who said that, Nick?
No, a few people did. Darren said, I think, as well. It's like she is the second best player on the bus. Not the first, the second.
I'm actually surprised Nick didn't vote for himself during the challenge when they said secretly vote for who your biggest competitor is. Nick was like, well, me. I'll put a glass on my own thing. But no, he voted for Saskia.
But he must have knew there was a negative outcome to that, so then he said Saskia. I love the way that Saskia got really angry for Nick to do that. But like, it's like the game, Saskia. So kind of like, realise that would have happened. And also be pleased that you're clearly putting the jellies up Nick, because Nick, Nick clearly sees
people would
him
give
as the
anything to put it up Nick. The jellies. The willies, you mean?
The
Not
willies,
jellies.
yeah, the jellies. Where'd that come from?
Dunno.
The jellies. Got jelly on the brain.
So there was their first game was a bit like pointless, really. I feel like it took like 20 minutes of the episode of them carrying a tray of wine glasses.
Well, it was so boring that I started deleting emails. That's how good that game was.
And it was like it was like high stakes of the final of Josh and Darren having to walk to a barrel with carrying their tray, and it's
that was like they made that up on the spot. It's like, well, we've run out of questions now. What do we
budget.
do? Yeah, what do we do now? Okay, so you have to walk in a line, and whoever drops the tray first loses.
They need some like Fear Factor style challenges where there's two buses driving along a motorway next to each other. They have to jump to a bus or something like that. I don't know.
All right, the traitors, New Zealand. Well, put them all in an ice bath.
No, I need higher stakes.
Have one of them have their hair shaved off so they look like a monk.
No, but
Ashwin would be good for that one. I think Ashwin would be funny.
The one on the episode when they were in the mountains on the ski thing, that was quite good.
That was Fear Factory.
Like that was Fear Factory, high stakes, terrifying. This was carry your tray of drinks to the end and try and win a race. And it was like, well, it wasn't exactly biting my nails, but Darren did lose because he thought I need to speed up now.
Yeah, but also Darren throughout the whole game, I had no hope in him winning against Josh because Josh was very cool, composed. A pilot,
he's been away to perform.
He knows how to keep his hands straight. You know, pilots aren't allowed to have the jitters, are they? So
the willies up them.
The willies up them. Josh ain't got no willies up him. No. So he kept his hands straight and he was very, very composed and very, like that, structured. Nick-like, and Darren was just like a teapot. One arm out like that.
His tray was at an angle the whole time. Like the whole time, it was at an angle. So
if they were still in France, I thought Darren was the clue, and it was Notre Dame. You know what I mean? Like he looked like that. The poor humpback.
He did give it his go though. He sped up his feet a bit and then tripped up and then threw his tray over himself. So
he was insulted by accusing that his favourite football team was West Ham.
Yes, Nick doesn't know anything about football.
Nick doesn't watch football.
Surprises me.
Does it? Does it? Really?
Yeah, I thought Nick knew about everything.
Nick likes playing ping pong. He likes going for a game of badminton. Bowls. No, not bowls.
Horse polo?
Maybe horse polo.
I bet he rides a horse.
Water polo.
I bet he rides side saddle.
I bet he does too.
Or bareback.
But not when the willies are up him. Be careful, Nick.
Right, so Josh won the challenge, everyone. You'll be glad to know.
We are overfilled.
I'm slightly over-explaining because lots of people get in touch with us this series and say they're not watching Destination X, but they're listening to the podcast. So we do have to try to explain it a little bit to everyone. So Josh won, and he won...
Why aren't you watching?
You get to watch two people hold a tray and walk across a field to a barrel.
This is what you pay your license fee, guys.
So, Josh, what did he win? He won two things. He won the ability to see the prize from the Challenge 2 without having to bother with.
Without having to play the game, which again, wasn't a particularly difficult game, but Darren made it more difficult. But again, we'll put the flagpole up, we'll pin it for now.
Yes, that was ridiculous. And he also won the opportunity to, when they place their X on the map, he can move one person 250 kilometers in a different direction.
Sabotage.
So that technically that should be basically you get to eliminate someone, but this is Destination X Series 1 UK, and we have Ashvin, Claire, and Judith playing. So
unfortunately, they were way off, weren't
they?
The
producers cannot write this.
No, which is why I think, and I'll say it now, this is why I think that we were given a clip of Rob saying that one of the players had that power, because I was a bit disappointed about that, because I thought it'd be really interesting if they didn't know that someone had that power,
yes.
that the team would, if someone who got all the clues, for argument's sake, Nick,
of course,
so Josh gave Nick the distance disadvantage, the 250 kilometers. Mm-hmm. So this is why I think Nick isn't out, even though we don't know because they didn't do it at the end of the episode. But Nick isn't out because Rob told the team that someone had that power. If Nick was out, they wouldn't have told the team, because then imagine the unrest and the disruption in the group if Nick was then knocked out, because everyone knew that Nick knew where they were. And everyone would be like, whoa, hang on. So then Saskia and Darren would then start questioning whether they were right actually with the information that they learned from their clues.
Because Nick was the one who said he saw a gondola on the special prize.
Yes, and so that's what made them all go to Vienna.
Lying? But no, that didn't happen. And
but we don't know who's out.
No, we don't. But we can assume. because when
because
Rob,
they were told, that's what I'm saying, because the producers were told that there was that power there, they were told that because the producers knew that it wasn't going to disrupt anything if they weren't told that information. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, because when Josh was told this, they were like, if you let anyone know this is happening, you get punished. And then Rob then told them.
Told everyone, exactly.
So rewrite there, I feel.
Exactly, because Nick's not the one who went out. It wouldn't have done, it's done nothing to the game by what Josh has done. Someone had done something much worse and gone further out without Josh adding that. So if it had been Nick and Josh's power had done that,
it would have all gone to plan.
I think that the producers wouldn't have told the group that, because then the group would then be all kind of like, whoa, hang on, what happened there? We know Nick was pretty precise. So I'm afraid BBC or whoever produces the show, that cliffhanger was a bit mute.
Yes, producers. You may be the best producers in the world,
but you didn't met producer Charlie.
You didn't account for Ashvin, Judith and Claire's gameplay.
Exactly.
That was your first mistake.
You didn't account for them.
Anyway, Ashvin had a birthday.
Yeah, happy 23rd birthday,
because we
Ashvin.
saw them late at night in their dressing gowns and they were colouring in. And I thought, what's going on here? This must be really boring, the downtime on this bus. They were colouring in using highlighters on a bit of paper. But we did find out actually the next day that they were making a birthday card for Ashvin because he turned 23.
Happy birthday, Ashvin. Happy
Years
birthday.
of knowledge. He's here to learn lots, isn't he?
Well, he did say that. He said that he respects
the elders
because they've got a lot more experience, and he's kind of listening to the elders to gain experience, which was very respectful and very cool. I get that. He hasn't travelled very much, so you apply for a show about travelling. Nick again has the highest criteria to win this show. Of course. No, I mean, Ashvin had a fine show. Last episode, I said he was insufferable. I feel like I was maybe judging him too quickly because apart from him dropping a tray, which literally had one glass on
he
it,
did do that, everyone. He dropped the first tray and nothing had happened yet.
His mistake in the second game I don't think was his fault, because the other object he had to find was hung up. And to be fair, I would have been blind for that.
No one else's things were hung up. Saskia's red beret was right on the thing.
It was hidden underneath a white beret.
Well, they should have hung it up the similar corner.
No, I agree. So it would have made it more fair. But nothing was as bad as Darren not really realising what the game was.
No, nothing. This isn't Claire's fault.
Not at all.
This is Darren's fault.
For anyone to blame Claire would be
they were all teamed up, and they were Darren was shown a picture of a man and a stool. Wearing
a gilet.
And
she's like, a gilet.
And he's told to describe it. So Claire is then in the market, and then she finds the person, finds the stool, matches them up. All the other teams did it. Nick and Saskia did it. Ashvin and Judith did it. Darren described the man, said he looks like a fruit seller.
Yeah.
He's wearing a gilet.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing a gilet, but that's not the point.
He was wearing a gilet. Well, kind of was wearing a gilet. He was wearing a jacket which was two-tone, so it looked like it was sleeveless. So again, I can excuse Darren for that mistake.
Yes.
But Claire figured it out in the end.
And then part 2 was find out where they work. Yes. And he didn't describe the sweet stool.
Well, he said it was a meat stall at one point, which is like, Darren... Does he go into
Darren
the pick and mix at Woolworths and think it's like a butcher's? You know what I mean?
Well, Darren calm down. He wasn't looking at the stall the man was photographed beside. He was just creating a backstory for this man in an apron. He's a greengrocer, or maybe he's a butcher, and he's got a wife at home, a kid. He goes out in the late nights. And it's like, no, Darren. Just describe there's a sweet stool.
Describe the stall. But for some reason it wasn't getting into his head. But then Claire wasn't also saying, like, can you describe anything else in the picture? Darren was just like saying, ask him if it's there. Ask him if it's there. And so Claire, that poor guy as well, was like pulling this man around the market stall saying, is this where you work? And the guy was like going, is this where I work?
Although her questioning wasn't very good for a top detective
sergeant.
She needs more time on the street, I think. Bobby on the beat. To remember what it's like to talk to people, because she was just dragging him round. Is this where you are? Is this where you go? Is this where...
Maybe that's how her interrogation technique was. She used to waterboard them.
Well, she used to play a bit more good cop, and she may have got there. So they didn't get past round 1.
I feel like the frustration kicked in with Claire.
Yeah,
by the end
don't blame her.
And so that's why her mind wasn't kind of on the straight and narrow. It was kind of just wandering off, and so she was kind of like panicking at that point.
Ashvin used the walkie-talkie technology for the first time. He was surprised when he heard Judith's voice come through headphones.
Hello?
I'm hearing things.
Is that the voices in my head again?
So he learnt that this episode. But yeah, there was only, I thought it was odd, there was only 2 rounds as well. I thought there should be 3.
I know, it felt like a
because
weird number, didn't it?
You just kind of won, basically.
It was a weird, again, it was a kind of like a weird game. It was like find the stall for the person who's running the stall, and then find 3 objects that are special offers on the stall.
But then there should be a third thing, like now meet up. But they're not allowed to explore too much, otherwise they see clues about where they are.
God, that's like so the 2 team members then have to find each other in the market. Yeah. That would have been spot on. I would have liked to see that. That would have been fun.
The trouble is they have to hide where they are all the time, so they would have run into a flag or a gondola or something
because
and gave away.
They kept them concealed in that one square, because then when they got the clue later, it was that one square again, true. Just with a few more stalls laid out.
That place is really cool. I want to know where it is.
Well, you'll find out next episode.
I want to know.
Is it Croatia? Is it Italy? Who knows?
It looked like Ankh-Morport from Discworld.
Oh, I've never read it, but I believe you.
Well, just the map of it.
That's the one on top of the tortoise? I don't know. I've never read Discworld. I just know the cover, and it's got a picture of a flat Earth.
Right.
I'm not saying we live on a
Ankh-Morport is a city in the main city, but like from a bird's eye view, looking down, Ankh-Morport, that's what that city looked like. It was like in a circle with a thing running through it.
Okay.
So I wonder if that's anyway.
Maybe that's what Terry Pratchett got the idea for.
No, Ankh-Morport's based on London. Actually, I think you'll find it stinks.
But that would have been a good.
It's famous for stinking.
What, like London?
I'm not going to put words into Sir Terry Pratchett's mouth.
What time of London though? Because it was like Victorian era.
Old.
Yeah, because that's when they used to use the Thames as like a big toilet, didn't they? I'm not sure they still don't, but I'm just saying that's probably why it stinks.
Allegedly.
Or stank at the time.
Before we go, you do need to do
Destination Unknown.
Believe it or not, we are nearing the end of the podcast.
Yes. So hang on then. Let's have a look. So
this is the thing we do every 2 episodes, every week.
Yes. Go on. Sorry, carry on.
Where we post a picture on our social medias of a place. Could be any country. And we ask you to comment and guess what country that is in. So what have we got this week?
Sorry, I don't know why I've only just hit me who one of the commentators was, but it's Paul from Series 1 of Australia Traitors, the one who got edited out.
The one who spoke 2 words.
Because he kept, allegedly, he kept talking about how the production was made on camera. And so the production team were like, nope, having none of that. Oh, we miss you, Paul. And we miss Australian Traitors. Good news, though. New Zealand Traitors is coming back for Series 3, and we will be covering it. But more
the LGBT allying, very camp Paul Henry,
I know,
who loves the gays, loves equality, loves the left, isn't hosting.
And he loves the partially sighted.
Yes, but he's got a job on the Chase, New Zealand. Instead,
has he? As one of the chasers, or as the presenter?
No, the presenter.
I don't think he did very well on that because you've got to show sympathy for the team. Yeah, you got to support the team.
He should do the Weakest Link, shouldn't he?
He should do the Weakest Link. That's come back in America now. The UK return is awful. Anyway, so it's like living in 2000s again, isn't it? All these returns of TV series. So so Destination Unknown is on our socials. If you want to find our social, we're on Instagram. Well, it's on one, which is Instagram. But you can find us on Instagram, on TikTok. Just go to link.ee. No, hang on. linktr.ee/traitors.
The link's in the description of this, so you can just click on that
just
link.
Find the link on there. Basically, we've got a link tree.
Or just type in Faithful2 on Instagram, and you'll find us.
Yeah, or on Google, and you'll find us. So anyway, the destination.
ChatGPT. Like people are saying that now, aren't they? Which really worries me. Just ChatGPT it, and it's like, no. Anyway, carry on.
Never done that. That's
interesting.
Don't. Oh, right. So anyway, here are some of the guesses.
For what?
For last week's
Destination Unknown.
Thoughtful pause said Florence, Italy. I have no idea. I'm just throwing out the first thing that popped into my head. You're wrong.
That's where they were on this episode, possibly.
My name is Laura Bacon Bits. That's a great name. It said in all caps, Italy. Wrong. Paul from the Traitors Australia said Kazakhstan. Sorry. Kazakhstan. That, the one I just said. Thank you. And McDonald's randomly. Wrong.
Oh, Paul. Edit him out.
Yeah, we'll edit that part out. Helmo 100. Prague. Wrong. However,
Right.
We got one correct answer.
Oh, someone got it, did they?
Yes. Impbat.
Destination unknown is no longer unknown.
Well done, Impbat. Said correctly, it was Krakow in Poland. It was the town centre of Krakow in Poland. I've been there. It's a beautiful country. Go there. It's lovely.
Is that why you picked it? Because you've been there?
It is actually, yeah. So I knew what it looked like.
There'll be a new one online now, everyone, on our social medias for you to guess again. And it's from me this time. So.
Yeah, so it'll be obscure as hell, and Ben, it'll probably just be a blade of grass with
It'll be
background.
Ashvin's house. I'm going to say to him, where do you live?
Poor Ashvin.
It'll be a picture of Nick running in a country. Yeah, that'd be good.
I wonder if
wouldn't
there
it?
is a picture, like when the Google Map vans drive past, there's a picture of Nick, like...
Probably in every country at some point.
It'll be like, you see it like sometimes there's someone just basically, where the photos are taken as they go along, you just see someone slowly falling over. It'll be Ashvin slowly falling over on ahead of Nick. So yeah, you can find that on our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2. That's our link tree. If you want to support the show, buymeacoffee.com/faithful or coff.ee/faithful. And that helps us with the show as well, and helps support us and all that guff.
So next episode, we will hopefully find out who has been eliminated.
And where they are.
Any guesses? It's
Who's
going to
been
be one of
eliminated?
the non-OGs plus Judith. Which one?
I think it's Judith.
No, not my
Because they
favourite.
made, well, the second favourite. They've made so many sound bites about Judith on this episode. It makes sense that it's Judith. So I think then Ashvin and Claire will stay in, and they'll become more and more isolated from the group. I think slowly Ashvin and Claire are going to get knocked out one by one.
And we also have the underlying storyline of Darren being betrayed by
Nick, exactly.
And Saskia telling him the truth.
Saskia handed over that poisoned chalice and told him what Nick has been doing behind his back. And now Darren's going to have it out with Nick. Darren could have him.
Yeah.
Jackie
If
P's not there to
he'll
hold him back and say, no, Darren, stop it. Stop, Darren. Darren's like, get me at him.
Although, can anyone defeat Nick in a fight? A bare knuckle brawl? I don't think
Could
so.
a bear beat
No.
Nick?
Who would win, 100 bears or one Nick? My money's on Nick.
One Nick, 100%. And Saskia will be watching from afar with the fan going, oh, my days.
Maybe I'm the problem.
Yeah, but maybe you are.
Right, so we will see you
Tomorrow.
very soon. Yes, tomorrow if you're listening to this live. If not, this is the next episode that is on the feed.
I mean, if you're not listening to us live and you're listening to us on like previous episodes, you don't have to wait till tomorrow to listen to the next
No,
episode.
just let it play.
Just let it play.